Hey guys, Dave, not in Cali. I'm in Georgia right now, but I want to I just can't believe how much a rock star Kari Lake is. She's out there teaching the media about fake news. I love it. Check this clip out and remember to like, share, and subscribe.
Holy smokes, guys. Hi, everyone. Wow, this is a big crowd. How many people are here from the foreign press? Show of hands. Just a few? Okay, well, thank you for being here. Guys, we're going to do a tutorial in how fake, bogus, defamatory news is made at the hands of many of you. Welcome. We're happy you're here. We know the world is watching us. We've got the foreign news that was here last night. We had an amazing event last night. I spent the evening with our first responders and our law enforcement, men and women who put their lives on the line every single day. And we talked about the issues that they're facing, and we discussed ways to make sure that we can protect them, we can hire more police, make sure that our police and firefighters are protected. And while this was happening, my desperate opponent, who's sinking like a lead weight in water, pulled a stunt, and you guys fell for it. She put out a defamatory statement, and you all ran with it. You didn't do your journalistic duty. It was malpractice of journalism like I've never seen before. And it was an effort, I believe, to influence this election. Many of you are an arm of the Democrat Party. Many of you are propagandists. And almost all of you should be ashamed. So I want to show you what happened yesterday. My Democrat opponent put out a statement. Where's our board here? Right here. She put out a statement. Actually, can you tilt that this way, Verly? While I'm meeting with police officers and firefighters working to make sure that our state is safe, she's pulling stunts and you guys are falling hook, line, and sinker into it. She puts out a statement about a petty theft that happened at her office. She knew darn well that I had nothing to do with it, so she puts a statement out, and right away, your gatekeepers over at the Arizona Democrat Party jump on it, and they put a statement out, which was the cue to you to go ahead and start running with it. NBC News, an arm of the Democrat Party, was the first to start reporting on it. And then we get this from Newsy, whatever that is. Gubernatorial candidate campaign headquarters broken into. Oh, you guys spread this like wildfire. Then The Guardian, overseas. Campaign headquarters broken into. Watergate, oh my goodness. And then Axios, with our local reporter, Jeremy Dutta, runs on it. Can't wait to get it out. Does absolutely no fact checking. Runs with the fake news. Let's leave it there for right now. You got to do better, guys. We were 13 days out from the election, and you're trying to influence this election, much like you did in 2020 when you refused to cover Joe Biden's criminal son, Hunter Biden's laptop. You refused to cover that. You refused to cover the evidence that was on them. And this time it's the other way around. You're taking completely bogus stories and you're running with it. It's absolute fake news. I want to show you this. This was an actual picture and font that ran on NBC News. Vaughn, this is your news outlet. This ran on NBC News all day. All day. Says GOP incites break-in at campaign headquarters. Hobbs campaign headquarters. And look at the picture they picked. Thank you very much, Vaughn. Thank you, NBC. Look at this one. AZ Dem governor candidate Katie Hobbs blames GOP incitement for break-in at campaign headquarters. Again, MSNBC, an arm of the Democrat Party. Arizona Central runs with it. No fact-checking. You guys don't want to dig around. You just run defamatory statements. Stacy Bartender over at Arizona Repugnant, running this. I mean, I've got many of these guys. It's embarrassing. KOLD. It's a direct result of concern, campaign lies, and intimidation, blaming me for a break-in. Now, hopefully by now, you figured it out, but that's part of the plan. You don't care about the facts. You know the facts will come out later. You'll cover those once or twice, no big deal. But you'll cover the lie, you'll spread it around the globe over and over and over again. That is how fake news is spread. You will absolutely take a complete bogus story. You knew lies were in that. Well, I have a story for you. We had an incident this morning at our campaign headquarters. Now, I didn't go crazy and I didn't throw a bunch of statements out, but we had an incident where somebody was seen rummaging in our campaign office, and I have evidence to believe it may have been Katie Hobbs herself who was involved in this. And so I want you to take the same vigor you put into the story, the lies that were spread yesterday, and I want to make sure, you guys, I saw last night, Fox 10 News, my old employer, wow, they actually did more to protect the criminal in this case. They blurred his face. They protected Katie Hobbs because they're carrying her water. And they defamed me. They put defamatory statements, lies about me. And the reason they did that is because this was the real news yesterday that none of you wanted to cover. We're 11 points up. You're in a frenzied panic because your chosen candidate is not winning. You didn't want to cover this, so you had to run with a completely garbage bullshit story. Shame on each and every one of you. Shame on you. Now, we had an incident this morning at about 6:45 a.m. We have video, we have actual photographic evidence of somebody rummaging through our campaign headquarters, and I believe it was Katie Hobbs, and I would like to show you that photographic evidence. I hope you'll cover this with the same vigor that you covered everything else. Now, we're laughing. I know this is a joke, obviously, in case you didn't figure it out. But what I'm trying to tell you is it's a joke what you guys are doing in the news. And the world should know. And you guys are not serious journalists when you cover this garbage. Shame on you for trying to change the election results. I know, Joe, that your eyes hurt over there and you're too cool for school. Joe Dana doesn't even want to pay attention over here with 12 News, one of the worst instigators of fake news in town. This is the kind of garbage. This is the kind of garbage you guys spread. When I get to the questions, I will, Joe.
Great, thank you.
But let me tell you, this was the real news yesterday, guys. 11 points up. Not a darn one of you covered it. I'm sure Fox 10, when they got the results of their poll, were shocked. They barely covered it as well. And it's really disappointing. And here's the story. It's Katie Hobbs. It's Katie Hobbs' proposals and ideas that will have more crimes like this happening. It's not a joke when someone gets broken into. I know many people, we've been victims of crime. And we're going to see a lot more crime with Katie Hobbs' policies. Her policies to defund the police, to not support the police. She doesn't back our police. She actually denounces our police in order to get Planned Parenthood money. She voted against condemning rioters. The kind of policies Katie Hobbs is going to push on the people of Arizona is going to be so damaging. It's going to increase crime. And I hope that you guys will start covering some of her nonsense California-type socialist policies that will have us swimming in crime. And with that, I will take questions. If you have a question about this incident, I'd be happy to take them. I'm going to start over here with the Gateway Pundit.
Thank you, Kari. So, as you know, this is another dishonest strategy from Katie Hobbs. It's actually a conspiracy theory, what they blame you of peddling. So we recently found out that Katie Hobbs and her sister, her twin sister Becky, they tried to help you in the primary. Apparently they were donating to Republican Trump-endorsed candidates, and they were doing this because they know the media is so hard on you guys. Can Arizona trust Katie Hobbs or the fake news media?
Well, we can't trust the fake news media, and we know that Hobbs isn't going to win because her policies are terrible. She's way down in the polls, and without these guys working on her campaign, she wouldn't have any good press out there. Obviously, her sister, I heard, voted for me, her twin sister, so she's smarter than Hobbs, than Katie Hobbs. And I did hear some video that, I don't know who put it out, of her talking about this plan, and she sounds much more articulate than Katie Hobbs herself. Maybe she should have run. Because Katie Hobbs, sure enough, is a coward. She refuses to debate. She disrespects the people of this state by refusing to debate. She's willing to make up complete bogus stories. She knew that I had nothing to do with that break-in, and yet she perpetuated that lie. You guys all fell for it, and she knew you'd fall for it.